We don't need humor. What we need is awareness, more awareness of just how bad things are. And that awareness is not going to come with me doing What's My Snack. Today's snack is prawns.
Some of your favorite Marvel heroes aren't just battling villains on the big screen, they're tackling something that seems just as daunting. Woke culture. That's right. The same actors who faced down alien armies and intergalactic threats now have a new nemesis to confront. You'd think dodging explosions and flying through space was tough, but wait till you see how these stars feel about today's Hollywood landscape. At first, we've got our very own Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson has always been a name that commands attention. From her breakout roles in indie dramas to her transformation into one of Marvel's most iconic heroes, she's won hearts and headlines alike. But Hollywood's admiration has been mixed with controversy, and recently, she's found herself at the center of a heated debate on woke culture. Over the years, Scarlett's career choices have occasionally sparked backlash. Her casting as a transgender man in Rub and Tug brought intense criticism from advocates who felt the role should have gone to a transgender actor. Her response, at first defiant, later softened, as she admitted to learning from the experience. But it didn't end there. Scarlett's stance on social media reveals a personal conflict with public opinion. In her words, she's too fragile for the constant judgment, yet she's unafraid to speak her mind when it comes to the evolving norms of Hollywood. Rejecting the pressure to constantly appease woke expectations, Scarlett believes that artists should have the freedom to explore all roles, regardless of their identity. This view has garnered both applause and condemnation, illustrating the deep rift within Hollywood over representation and authenticity. In a recent interview, Scarlett spoke candidly, arguing that creativity must not be boxed in by rigid societal expectations. While some praise her courage, others see it as insensitivity, even privilege. Critics argue that her defense of artistic freedom ignores the struggles of marginalized groups who rarely see themselves represented in major roles. For Scarlett, however, it's about a broader fight for creative independence, a belief that art should not be limited by social pressures. However, Ant-Man Chris Pratt's witty, fearless way of poking fun at the woke left has become something of a spectacle online. Recently, a video clip went viral where Pratt hilariously mimicked his critics, calling them out in his unique style. He's just trying to engage fans with a lighthearted campaign he called "So What's My Snack?", inviting people to guess his daily snack. Harmless, right? Not for some. A handful of woke critics were oddly offended, accusing him of being insensitive during the Trump years. He jokingly thanked those who pointed out the insensitivity of his snack posts, then dove into a mock-serious monologue, proclaiming that what people really needed was awareness. Then, with the solemnity of an actor delivering his Oscar speech, he held a moment of silence for the snack of the day, bronze. Add some sad music, and the sarcasm was complete. Only Chris Pratt could turn an internet spat into a performance art piece. But he didn't stop there. Pratt has a long history of pushing back against critics, especially when it comes to his Christian faith. He humorously said, "Like a rhino, put your head down, keep moving forward, and if someone gets in your way, stick the horn right up there." Well, you get the point. Pratt's most moving response came during an MTV Awards speech in 2018, where he shared his 9 rules for life. His message was simple: God is real, prayer is powerful, and embracing imperfection can lead to grace. In a world that loves to glamorize the self, Pratt's words were a bold reminder of humility and faith. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds has become a big problem for the wokies. Disney's CEO Bob Iger wants to bring in a new era of content for Marvel, one that reflects Disney's strong DEI, that means diversity, equity, and inclusion principles. But for Ryan, who put his heart into shaping Deadpool's gritty, irreverent style, this means a total shift in character that doesn't sit well. So, when Disney suggested adding a diverse sidekick and injecting social justice messages, Ryan and his team balked. They support diversity, but felt the changes would make Deadpool feel, well, corporate. This battle isn't just Ryan's. Hugh Jackman, back as Wolverine for a dark, gritty storyline in Deadpool 3, also finds himself questioning Disney's direction. The profits from their hit movies, over $1.3 billion combined, are being funneled into DEI projects like the Snow White remake, leaving both actors feeling sidelined. Both Ryan and Hugh hope to expand the darker side of Marvel, drawing in X-Men characters and crafting intense, mature storylines. Yet Disney's DEI-driven goals risk diluting. Ryan's frustration is clear. He's ready to walk if Disney forces Deadpool into a mold that doesn't fit. Losing him could be disastrous for Disney, as fans rally behind his commitment to keeping Deadpool authentic. And Hugh? He's hinted he might leave too if Ryan goes, leaving Disney at a difficult crossroads. Ryan Reynolds was all set to appear on The View to promote Deadpool 3, but then he pulled the plug. Why? It wasn't just about the interviews, it was the show's agenda that had him concerned. Walking away from prime promotion isn't something stars do lightly, especially not for a film as eagerly anticipated as Deadpool 3. Now, one of The View's hosts wasn't thrilled. Financial gains were on the line, and Reynolds' absence could mean a hit to her pocket. Frustration boiled over, and in steps the ever-popular Hugh Jackman. He was meant to join Reynolds, but when he saw the waters getting murky, Jackman decided he was out too. That's right, both stars walked, leaving The View host not just fuming, but reportedly storming Disney's gates with threats of legal action if her concerns weren't addressed. On the other hand, the buzz surrounding Deadpool and Wolverine reached a boiling point when reports surfaced that scenes featuring female characters played by Brie Larson and Tatiana Maslany were cut. Allegedly, feedback from focus groups suggested these scenes didn't mesh with the film's tone. In response, fans split into two camps. Supporters defended Ryan Reynolds, praising his commitment to the film's humor-driven style. Critics, however, argued that by removing these scenes, Reynolds sidelined female characters, feeding a Hollywood trend where women's stories get the short end of the stick. Accusations of anti-feminism quickly surfaced, with critics pointing fingers at Reynolds for favoring male-centered humor. Though Reynolds being he is maintains his focus on creative freedom, he just doesn't care. However, two of Hollywood's greatest legends, Robert Downey Jr. and Sylvester Stallone, have become the unexpected champions of free speech, art, and a challenge against the woke agenda. Let's start with Downey. Robert Downey Jr., known as Iron Man, and the actor who took on Tropic Thunder's notorious role, refuses to bow to critics. He's made it clear on the Joe Rogan Experience he doesn't regret the film, which was crafted as satire. Downey's message is clear. Comedy can shine a light on our biases, sometimes more effectively than serious dramas. His defense of his role highlights his belief in art as a force that both challenges and unites us. And then there's Downey's unique stance on forgiveness. When others in Hollywood are quick to cancel, he's one of the few advocating for redemption. A touching moment came at the American Cinematheque Awards ceremony when he spoke up for Mel Gibson, urging Hollywood to forgive past mistakes. For Downey, no one should be reduced to a single action or belief, especially in an industry that prides itself on evolution. Now Stallone, he's no stranger to standing his ground. Recently, he boldly declared that no woke stuff would ever make it onto his movie set. He dared to say he won't have granola moms and their soy boy husbands telling him how to run his movies. Stallone even jokes about how times have changed, recalling an era when people weren't so easily offended and hard work was celebrated over convenience. But his critique doesn't stop at his own productions. In his show Tulsa King, Stallone's character bluntly questions the obsession with pronouns, offering a rare, unfiltered take on the confusion he feels this trend has created. But what do you think? Are these actors saying what everyone else is thinking, or are they just stirring the pot? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.